Well, Joel, we had some Fed speak today.
Mike.
No, I switched it. I
Did
switched.
you?
I switched my mic. My mic is
What's
fine.
up?
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Can you hear me? Okay.
I don't know. You just don't sound like you're Christmas.
I don't sound
I
like
don't
I'm
know.
this. All right.
There you go. Okay.
All right.
Go.
I moved it. Anyway, we had some Fed speak today, Joel, and Jerome Powell did say the word of the day. Then it's the word of the day, to be clear, which was transitory. And what he said was any transitory inflation would not in itself be enough to raise rates. Rates stayed the same. Bond buying stayed the same. No changes there. Recovery uneven. I'll be honest with you guys. I've said this before. I hate Fed speak more than most things. Okay, it is probably my least favorite thing to talk about because I don't understand what they say. It's not. It's not that. It's not that I don't get what they say. I don't get how the market interprets what they say.
There you go.
That's what I don't. That's what I don't understand. And so, if you pull up a chart today, which Joel has up, that I'll bring on the screen, the S&Ps just did a round trip.
Yep.
So, what does it mean? Nothing. Is what I'm interpreting that.
Yeah. The second thing that first of all, let me apologize, Spencer, for being a little late coming on here. Firmly entrenched in my Derby article.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is a good one. I like this one. I don't know if I'm going to pick the winner, but I mean, at least it's going to be a good article. And also, thanks to, I also want to thank Triple D, and I want to thank you for helping me with that Microsoft article today. It seems to be making the rounds, and people kind of like that explanation. So sorry for being late, and thank you for helping me with that article. It's just exactly what you said. I mean, you dipped down to 72.75, and it's not supposed to stop there because I don't have a number there. And it went up to 93.75, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a number there because that was the Globex high, the 24-hour high from yesterday. So what the important thing is where we closed today, and it looks, I mean, we still have, 25 minutes left, but we could have a triple close. A triple close in the same area, right at 41.7950. That's the ATCH on my sheet. 41.79 was your close yesterday. And boom, we're trading right here. So market very undecided. Good day we made a new high. Kind of a tight range, but you know me. I like to see a higher close on the day, and we can certainly get that. I heard you asking about energy stocks and, maybe crude being up 92 cents and 63.86 is a catalyst for those stocks being higher. Gold, it just won't give up this fight trying to get over 1,800. That's up $1.70 at 17.80.50. It was $20 off its low. So strong close here for gold. Can't say the same thing for silver. It's back over 26 at 26.30. That's down 15 cents. And Bitcoin, quiet range for less than a $2,000 range, up $1.25 at 54,915.
All right, Zunini wants to know if we're getting the Derby show on Friday at 4:00. Joel,
sure.
Joel says sure. I don't know if Buddy Ira can join. Full disclosure, but regardless of Buddy Ira, we are going to do a Derby thing to Friday at 4:00.
Yes, he wants to maintain his anonymity.
That's fair.
That's fair. But I don't know. Maybe you can help me with that because I could be really impressive and put some clips together.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, of some races. And one other thing, and I think probably the only other person that's going to appreciate this is Nick Bellucci. And when I'm doing my handicap, and you've been to the track, right? You go to the track?
I have been, but it has been a very long time.
Okay, so when you go to the track, what I did for years is they give you get this. Get a program, right?
Right.
And just like I look at the markets, I like to see the past performance of horses, right?
Yep.
And for all the years that I don't bet on these other races. I bet on the big races, and it's so hard to find like the good old past performance. I like to look and see what the horse did. The race, the race before, just right in front of me, all that information instead of going on the internet. And finally, one of my friends, I won't disclose who it is, got me my program, man. So I'm going to be hawking this thing and I'm going to be holding it. I'll wad it up and mark it up and I'll be holding it during the Derby. But yep, it's right next to my level. So a very important thing. But we will do that. We can do it at 4 if the markets, depending how crazy the markets are. But yeah, definitely going to be a good Derby. It's weird because it's only 5, like we had the other one in October.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Not so.
Okay.
Earning stocks.
Yeah. What was that? Was it a real tick in Microsoft just there? I don't know if that was real. What was that? What was that?
Is it real or is it Memorex?
Like Thinkorswim is showing me like a 245.
Nah.
Which is not. That's not real.
No. You know what? We kind of talked about this, and look at the action. I mean, Action Jackson, that was right off the headline number. They couldn't get it anywhere near that low. I was talking about it getting up near that 260 area. No can do. So we'll see. I mean, really a tight range considering the volatility that you had in the pre-market trading. Just grinding here. Good report. Let's see it hang in here, hold this low for a couple days, go back and do some of the work. I'll go 250, 260. I'll kind of go that way because you had, this support. Man, that's a big range, but we're going to chop in here for a little bit on Mr. Softy before, the stock makes a move at a new all-time high. Good report, just for the circumstances that we discussed this morning and in my article. That's the reason it got hit today.
Yeah, and there was this headline about this Jedi contract, right? This $10 billion cloud contract from the U.S. government that was between Microsoft, Amazon, and Oracle is going to be in litigation like forever. This thing. So there was a headline about that a few minutes ago, but yeah, it's going to be in litigation for a long time. Okay, so we talked about.
I want to officially apologize to Donkin Dave. He's not a bot because he remembers I said you didn't know is it live or is it Memorex? Do you know that saying? You don't know what that saying is, right? It's an old, so unless he's a very highly sophisticated bot that has history, Donkin Dave, accept my apology. You're not a bot.
Donkin Dave is the most sophisticated bot, I think.
Yes.
All right. So that was Microsoft here. What about the other big one? What about Google today?
Good day. Did it for this? I mean, you guys know I hate $500 stocks, $2,000 stocks, whatever. $2,500 stocks. Finally found some profit taking. I can't give you a number up here, because when there are no numbers. But you did take out the after hours high by a little bit. You came back down there, and now you just got some profit taking. So we'll see where we settle today. That'll be a new all-time closing high. See if you can hold that gap area. But this looks like you got little people ringing the register here late in the session, trading $4 off the low.
You know what's interesting is some of these chip stocks at the open. You can start with AMD, but you can even go to like Texas Instruments. Both dropped.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I was getting. I like Dennis. I don't pay a lot of attention, but we're getting some Twitter heat. For talking about value and growth and Intel, and I know my Intel is not exactly doing what I wanted to do, but that AMD has just always been like a wild stock, even when it was a $1 stock. But they came in with their selling shoes on this one, and they told you right away that they went, didn't take out the pre-market high, didn't get near 90. 89 was there not much at 89 there, but if you were buying this thing off the hot, man, before you carted it up, it was wrong. Coming back into yesterday's range, this is a tough chart here, and really gave back a lot of its gains. So not a great day for AMD. Moving in on the low of the session. I'll just go long. 74 is a major support, and you're $10 away from there. So this might be a trading range stock for you all, but don't have a great feel for it.
But then if you look at NVIDIA, did the exact opposite at the open.
That came in. Oh, well, that's just a crazy stock too, man.
Yeah.
Up, down, nah. But this one, I'll give you something for your NVIDIA traders there, and this is, it's nothing special. Oh, come on, why can't I ever get the top of this right here? But you had a move. Let me get it. Come on, it's like one of the only drawing tools I use, and I still can't get it right. But this big 620 area, right? You had the all-time high 649. You had a little break, 583, and now you're just hugging the 620 area, trading at 614. So the video is trying to decide, hey, we're going back up to all-time highs or broke trend, lower high, going lower. We'll see. The other thing too with this one going into the report is you never know if they're going to pull out like a 10-for-1 stock split or something like that, and that would not be good if you were short. You know how the streak reacts to stocks that are splitting.
Yeah, historically never, but now that's a thing apparently. What happened to Shopify at 9:45, give or take a few minutes today? Because let's get the exact timing up there. It was like 9:45. What happened to that thing at 9:45? It just blasted off.
Boom, boom, boom. Open near the low. I mean, good report. Illiquid things, gap and go. Maybe some people that shorted that open thought they had a chance. Kind of made mincemeat out of my 1250 number, right? I was calling that. So it got quite a bit above that. This is an interesting area right here. Forget about the fibs, but all these highs right here, that's up closer to 1300. Let's move that bar up a little bit. 1300. This thing's still got some more room here. Here you get up to all the let's see, 3, 5 to 7 highs. It's probably within a $10 or $20 range. Then you get into the gap there. So just a big move, and off a good report, doing what it should, as opposed to like Microsoft, who had a good reports trading in the red. All
right. After the close today, everyone, you know the drill by now. We got the big guns. We got Apple. We got Facebook. Those are the headlines. But eBay as well, Ford as well, Qualcomm. Gonna be a big one after the close. I have not looked at Apple since like 10 a.m. So I have no idea what Apple's done.
Okay, I could tell you just off the bat. Just 135.5. I mean, what do I need to say here, folks? What more can I do to tell you and look at this chart and see exactly what needs to happen here? It needs to take out 135.5. And then, boom, where is it going to go? Is it going to go to 140? I have no idea. But since this has had the rebound, someone has been it's not sub one. A lot of people here have just been targeting 135 to 135.5. And I know someone gave me a hassle about this about a week ago, and they were like, "Oh, well, is it going up or down?" I'm just saying there's resistance, right? And resistance is resistance until it's taken out. Multiple highs here: 35.47, 35.53, 35.12, 35, 35.02 today. So the top of that range is 135.5. You got to take that out. RAG is asking, I hope we're well.
About Vodafone.
I know.
Oh, man, that's not what I have.
What do you think, Spencer? I'll go to you. I've been talking a lot. What do you think of Vodafone?
When I think of Vodafone, all I think about is the fact that they had, for a record, like the largest, or for a time, they had the largest merger in history. It was the largest M&A deal in history, I think. But at least prior to the AOL Time Warner deal, but it was up there, if not one, then top 2 largest M&A deals. I haven't thought about this company in a very long time. I know it's in Europe, so that's the primary market, not the U.S. What do I think about it? So this is one of those things where it's like you have to know. Like I can't say for sure that Vodafone does is the same company as it used to be, right? Like BlackBerry,
Yeah.
like for example, the BlackBerry of today is not the BlackBerry of 2005. It's not. It's a different company. They're out of the hardware business, right? I don't know if Vodafone is the same company as it was in like 2000. If it is, that's not ideal. But it might not be. I don't know. Maybe RIG knows. Yeah, he's saying it's a 5G play. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just like historically, I mean, I look at a chart like this and I think about having my money in Vodafone since 2014
Yeah.
when it made that high, and I'm thinking, whew, boy, oh boy, why did I have my money in that? So on a relative basis, it's just not a great looking chart. If you wanna get fancy here, which you guys know I'm not very good at, I mean, you could draw. Oh, come on.
So yeah, James Santander.
You could draw a trend line like this off that high. You'd say, well, yeah, it's got room to 25. It may take a year and another. On the bullish side, it took a while to get out of the March low vicinity. So on the monthly chart, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 higher monthly lows. So it's turning. I don't, and I don't know all about the fundamentals. I don't think you're going to get rich on this, overnight. Does it pay a dividend, Spencer? Do you know?
I was going to ask you that. Wait,
I trade you too well.
Wait. Let's find out. I bet you it does. A company like this, it has to. Let's see. What is the dividend yield? Blah 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 blah. If you know in the chat, yeah, okay, 5.7%. Not bad.
Okay. And then the dividend's probably safe here. And also, there was another guy that kept on asking. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's saying 6.5%. So there we go.
There was another person when Dennis and I were talking about returns, and I don't know what I think they were asking. When Dennis and I mentioned like the 4 to 6 and 5 to 7,
yeah.
we're talking on our investment portfolios,
right.
And what and of course, yeah, that's paltry returns compared to some other things. Do have some big winners in there. Don't have some big losers. I just don't like to look at them. So when we mention that term, that's just what we're shooting for in our long-term portfolio. So, hey, if you got some money to park there, 6.5%, I mean, show me the money. I mean, where are you going to get that? You got some chance of capital appreciation. Don't know about the rollout, but I'd say, AT&T, Vodafone, as long as the dividend's safe, hey, get your 6.5%, and until we have 12% inflation, you're still making money. So I'm not going to say anything super bullish or super bearish, but I hope that answers your question, RAG.
All right. Well, speaking of BlackBerry, stock trader BHG is asking about BlackBerry. This was a meme stock. I was in it because we had a viewer email me to tell me all about how amazing their technology was. And I thought, oh, all right, what the hell? I'll take a flyer. But that was in early January. That was kind of before. That was before it took off. And then it took off, and I was like, all right, screw this, I'm out. So
yeah, you put your mom into it, right?
Yeah.
That's only in your mom's account.
So anyway, so BlackBerry, if we can come back to that, it's mid a round trip. It's come all the way back. Maybe not quite all the way back, but
yeah. Man, I just it's so hard. It's hard to get excited about this. This company, this chart. I mean, you had the Reddit run right to 28. Boom, that was sold. You're not really coming back down from where you struck from. Today looks like a halfway decent day. I mean, you're just going to need some news. I mean, you got a monthly low, a couple, last month's low. What was that? 836 and 804. So it took out last month's low, 804. So you got your support, if you want to risk it. Once again, there's probably other things you could be investing in, but swing trade, lean on that $8 level, see what happens, see if you get some news or another Reddit run.
One of the most intriguing things about legalized sports betting to me is that we're going to find out what sporting events are tradable events and which ones aren't. So, for example, the NFL draft is tomorrow, and it starts tomorrow. Actually, it's like a 4-week event. I have no idea.
I'm so sick of hearing about the draft.
It's long. So the question with regards to like a stock like DraftKings or Penn is like, is this going to end up being a tradable event? Well, we don't know. This is the first.
I don't think you could. Are they taking wagers on that?
Sure, of course they are.
Because that's something where you could have some inside information.
Well,
like Vegas won't take bets on certain things because, like, the GM of of the Dallas Cowboys knows who they're taking, right? So I'm not sure what they have, but I mean, if you talk about, I'd rather invest in Vodafone or BlackBerry than try and bet on it. I just can't wait till it's over. I'm just like, how many times have I heard, what are the Lions going to do at number 7? You know what? I could give a rat ASS or what. I could care less about the draft. I just doesn't excite me. I'm a college football fan. I don't know. So if you're looking for that to be a catalyst in the stock, I don't know. But what do you get? I don't know. Just kind of looks tired. You took out last month's low. I don't know. What's Penn doing? I mean, these stocks had a run. Man, those charts just don't look good to me. But we'll see.
You know what's having a good day today is Tilray. It's up 9%.
Oh, because I was bashing pot stocks yesterday. That's funny.
Because Bank of America said canopy growth and Tilray are.
They do that every once in a while.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, they said that those are primed to enter the U.S. market. So I've embarrassed these Canadian cannabis names for years.
I mean, it's an ugly looking chart.
Oh my God.
Your outs. You get the pops. Wow, that popped at 55. Bag holder's dream. I mean, you're gonna get that again? I don't know. There's a lot of other people there that are going to be trying to get out as well.
Until I went to 67, which is just like
those kind of stocks. What's going on here, man? We got some selling balances in here. What Pump and Powell is a little bit of a disappointment here. We are now in jeopardy of not posting a new all-time closing high. It's trading up $1.75. Let's see if we can hold that low. What a choppy day, man. I'm glad I was writing my article instead of trying to navigate this. It's Pump and Powell.
What about someone in chat mentioned MindMed. I watched it yesterday. It stopped going down today. So as far as I'm concerned, it was still the news event, the uplist. But
MNND or something?
Yeah. But I took it off my screen because I was like, all right, it stopped going down. Yeah, all right. Seems like.
Did I get the symbol right the first time?
You
nice.
Nice job.
Okay. Psychedelic. It's inside day. You know, whatever. Nothing exciting there. Nothing makes me to get excited about.
Okay. Let's see here. Leah wants to buy the dip on Enphase, ENPH, which I believe you mentioned a few minutes ago.
Leo.
Or Leah.
That's a great name.
Leah. Wait,
is it Leah or is it Leo?
It's Leia. There it is.
Oh, it's Leia. That's a great name too. Yeah. Are you ready to sit this thing out to 140? That's what I'd have to say. I don't know. News today, gap down, strike it on the first day. I think I'd wait to see when SC comes down to 140. See what happens there. You had big buyers there. Low of the move 130, then 140 was defended. So if you're sticking your neck out here, then be prepared to see it trade 140. I don't think it's turned around on a dime and going back up.
Oh, yeah. So we are getting some action here. Good. You mentioned the overall market, but if you want to go like big tech, like Apple just sold off for a little bit. We had
they're starting to trim. They're trimming here.
We had Facebook drop a buck here.
They're trimming, folks. It's that triple close everyone's afraid of. They don't want to see two close. What else? What else is going?
Google's near the low of the session right now.
That was looking lower. When we talked about that, there was trending lower. Man, rigging the register. What do you want? I know Triple D's never selling it, but some people are. They're rigging the register here. So coming down off the highs. Apple, maybe a little bit of trepidation about that Apple report, right? That's after the close today. And they heard me talking about that 135.50 level, and they're like, "Oh, we're not going to get a chance to sell it there because Joel said it on the at the close show." So now they're just going to the market with their orders.
Maybe. I'm sorry. I'm just sort of like watching a few things, trying to get my bearings and finding out what's moving here. Okay, I think it might just be like end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, did we get the imbalances? I don't have that up.
Yeah, here we did. I mean, they've been out, right? That's not new.
I mean, you also thinking, you're thinking, wow, look what they did to Microsoft on that report. That I tell you, that's in the back of people's head too. And the last time Apple, I mean, that thing rallied up the day before, made the all-time high ahead of earnings, and then it just got lambasted. So a little bit of nervousness, but folks, hey, I mean, come on. The sky is not falling here.
Ooh, I don't know if you saw Spotify today, Joel, SPOT, but that thing is at the low of the session right now. And
they have earnings.
Yes, they did. Ouchie, wouchie. They did have earnings. They announced yesterday that they were raising their prices, and then they had earnings after
that. Agnes Crowley found us from Spotify, I think, if Agnes or Robert's around. Apple's coming after them, right?
Yeah. That's part of it.
I mean, you don't want to. I don't know if I want to compete with Apple. Spotify coming to a major level here, folks. What was low last month? 4 lows right here in the same area. Coming into your March low. I mean, you do not want to see this 249 be breached right here. That's it. And I don't want to do, you could go a little bit longer term. And if you want to say this thing is due for, a little bit more of a haircut, this is off the March low. Oh, this is really interesting here. Look at that. Oh, 50% comes in right here off the March low. 250. Mark that number down and don't forget it. Don't ask me about Spotify until you did your homework on that 250 level.
250, and we're at what now? 255,
54, down 30 cents. I'll tell you now, some people are going to look at their statements tonight and call their broker tomorrow and say, I think I want to sell my Spotify. So I don't know if the low's in there.
Well, if you have Robinhood, you literally cannot call your broker because they don't have any customer service. So
yeah, that's your look at Spotify there. We're on Spotify. I guess Agnes or Robert's not around today. Anybody else catch us, ever hear us on Spotify?
Yeah, we have literally hundreds of viewers every day on Spotify. Yeah, that's actually one of the.
Do they get it? This show's not on it, is it?
Yeah, actually, I think it is. I think all of our shows are on there.
You're the producer, Spencer.
You're right. I should know these things.
Or did you put Mitch in charge of that?
No, I delegate things, man. I delegate.
Or is he too busy counting his money?
What? No. From the NFT. That's what you mean? No. I'm pretty sure that we are, but I delegate things. Okay, what else here? We got a minute. No, we got 20 seconds left till the close. Going through the chat. What do we miss? Trying to catch up. I think we covered most of it. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit the like button for Joel. We like the likes. What are we at right now on the like front? The goal every day, the goal for every show, actually for me, is to get to. There's our bell.
Oh, look at that triple close, folks. 41.79. I'm going to be dreaming about that number all night. Right back up there. So triple close for the Spoos. Wow, right there. 41.79. Big level to hold tomorrow. That will be the gateway to 4,200. 72.75. Not that relevant. 2 lows in the lower 41.60 handle.
RSQ1 boss. Thanks, Joel and Spence. You guys are great. No, you're great, RSQ1 boss. You're great. Hit the like button. Joel's going to say adios for the day.
Adios.
I'm going to bring on my boys in and we're going to look at earnings as they come. It's going to be
okay. Have a good one.
See you, Joel. Hello, Zunaid. Where'd he go?
What's going on?
How we doing? We got earnings. A lot of them, and they're coming in quick. So, where's my Benzinga Pro? There it is. Let's go to a news feed with charts. We got the SPY up, which we don't really care about, but it is what it is. All right. Just to give you an idea, I like to do this. pull up my PR feed. Look at all these press releases / SEC filings coming in at 4:00 just now. Literally like 100 just came in.
Insane.
And they're all tickerized here, so you can see anything that we care about.
So we've got Apple, Facebook, eBay, Qualcomm, Teladoc, I believe.
Teladoc, that's a big one. Yeah. Where's
I'm keeping an eye here. Looks like Qualcomm may have reported. I see the stock moving higher after hours.
All right.
If you're able to find that.
Look at the old QCOM. Yep. Stock just blasted off. Let's go into the newsfeed and search for Qualcomm and see what the numbers are out. See, some of these companies, man,
they just don't want to make it easy for you.
They make you go to the IR page, and I don't want to do that. I'm lazy. I have a news desk that works for me, so I don't have to go to the IR page. That's their problem.
It's all right. I'm like listening to Charles on Benzinga as well, just to see if anything crazy happens.
Hey, you know what? We don't talk about Charlie enough. We should.
Oh, dude.
Here's the thing, guys. So if you have Benzinga Pro, or even if you have like Thinkorswim, Benzinga Charlie. He's our squawker.
Yeah.
His sole job is to read headlines out loud. Because let's be honest, if you're trading and you're looking at your charts, you can't be expected to be staring at Benzinga Pro all day long. Yeah. Charles's job is to squawk the biggest headlines so you can hear it, so you don't have to read it, and you get it that much faster. And Charles is a fascinating character. Okay, he's been at Benzinga for a very long time, but he's never, not once, been to our office.
No way.
He's worked at Benzinga for like 9 years, and he has never.
So he's all remote.
Yeah, he's been remote. He has never visited us. His problem is he works all the time. He works like 14-hour days, and so he like can't pull himself away.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, when I wake up in the morning, he's the one giving me the news. After hours, it's him right now in my ear. So, yeah.
Wait, if I can hear, so here's the squawk, and you can just see it like.
Yeah, let's have him on for a few.
All right, well, let's have him on and hope I don't get in trouble. So we have, all right, so we have. I just turned my squawk on.
All right.
So let me make sure that I think they'll be able to hear it. Let's find out. You tell me if you can hear it next time he squawks, and then.
All right.
The estimate was.
Do you guys? Hear
it? I hear it.
193.5 million for Ribbon Communications.
Okay, there we go.
Yen.
All right. Anyway, Qualcomm numbers are out, as the chat has observed by now.
A loss of 31 cents for Ribbon. The estimate was 2 cents in earnings.
This guy's a pro's pro. Qualcomm earnings beat. Sales
MCRI,
beat.
Monarch Casino.
Damn it.
Michael Trug.
He beat you to it.
42 cents.
I love it. But yeah, I'll talk about Charlie a little later. I'm still waiting on Apple to come out with something and Facebook.
MCRI.
All right. I just threw him on mute.
There you go.
So, okay. If you guys want to hear more of that, you got to get Benzinga Pro. Seriously, I'm not kidding. It might be worth it just for Charles.
Honestly, that's the only reason I started it. Benzinga Pro was just for him, because that's like the amount of like easy money you can make based off of the breaking news is amazing.
Yeah, Easy Mike gets his trades from Charlie. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay, what else are we seeing? Qualcomm guidance, inline EPS guidance. Looks like better than expected sales guidance. Qualcomm now up 9% in the $9, 6% in the after hours session here. So good report for
Check Facebook. It's flying.
Let me look and see. You said Facebook's flying?
Facebook's flying. Yeah, I hit a high of 320 after hours. Going back just a little.
We talked about this yesterday, did we not? What's good for Google
is good for Facebook.
Good for Facebook. They make money the exact same way.
Let me piggyback while you find the numbers. What's good for Facebook is also good for Twitter. Look at the sympathy play on Twitter. They report tomorrow after close.
All right, let me zoom in on the Twitter. You can see.
It's all about Facebook 325 now.
Back to Facebook. This is a 1 minute chart here, so super zoomed in on that. Where was I going here? Facebook. There we go. $3.30 versus a $2.27 estimate. Very nice beat. Sales 26.17 versus $23.67 billion. So a huge EPS beat, a huge sales beat for Facebook. Up now in the after hour session. You can see it 326 and going higher. eBay also just out. EPS beat, sales beat, stock mixed on that. If you go back to Facebook for a second here, average daily active users, which is their key metric, up 8% year over year. I don't know how that compares with the prior year growth. I imagine it's higher, but this is like just that same trend.
Yeah.
So, this was not. If you were paying attention to Google last night, or even like Snapchat, and this is not the most surprising report in the world. I do. If anyone in the chat knows what the straddle was, I'd be curious to see what the expected move was on this. But blowout report looks like for Facebook.
I did get 330 calls, but I don't know what the straddle on it was though.
I saw Benzinga posted. Who's faster, Charlie or Spencer? It's Charlie. It's not.
Yeah. Especially because Charlie's verbal, and he's just like he's looking at whatever's coming.
Yeah. Thank you, Sally. You guys are the best. Thank you, Sally. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Appreciate that. Okay. What else? Facebook also reading from the newsfeed. They narrowed and raised the low end of their total expense guidance. We're getting granular now. Total expense guidance for the year. They cut their CapEx guidance by a little bit. Okay.
That's not bad.
But we're going to the moon in Facebook here.
eBay's taking a downside hit.
As you so astutely observed, Twitter moved with it. I'm getting a phone call from Peter Tuchman right now, who I can't answer. Twitter, Pinterest already reported yesterday, and it is actually moving up after hours here, even though they just kind of crapped the bed on their report. But Pinterest moving up after hours on that. What about Snap?
eBay went down a little bit afterwards. I don't know if you have updated numbers on that you might want to give out.
eBay beat. Oh, yeah, eBay beat and beat. We read that out. They may have guidance as well. I don't see it yet. Ford is out. Are those numbers adjusted on that Ford print? EPS 89 cents versus 21 cents. There's got to be an adjustment there. That either that's like the biggest beat in Ford's history, or the analysts were way out to lunch, or there's an adjustment there.
It's probably not because Ford's down, so that's probably not a beautiful beat there. Apple's slowly ticking up, but I don't think their numbers are out.
Okay, Teladoc is out. Let's go to that one. Yeah, this is a tough one, man, because not only do you have to contend with the stock that's out of favor, but you have to contend with the stock that's out of favor.
Yeah,
very out of favor. So let's see what
not a reopening play.
If I can show you, no, exactly, not the exact opposite of a reopening play.
Exactly.
If I can show you how fast our news desk is trying to get all these. If you're watching the stream a couple of days ago, you heard me mention that there's 170 companies reporting after the close today, and all of it will be between 4 and 5 o'clock. Okay, Teladoc. They're raising their full year guidance. Okay, that looks good. I don't want to go deep down into the balance sheet there. That's scary. Balance sheet's scary. Teladoc is down a little bit in the after hour session. What else? Well, what's chat?
I'm keeping an eye on Apple. Nothing there so far. Nothing for Cheesecake Factory either.
No, the fact that cake even survived the pandemic.
Man, it's probably because of all the Oreo cheesecake I personally bought. That's what it was.
Could be it. Could be it. What else do we see here? Grubhub. That number there's got to be a gap number there, a second number there, but not super liquid in the after hour session. It is that they EPS was they lost money last quarter. Wait, how can Grubhub lose money in a pandemic? How did Grubhub lose money in a pandemic?
Well, who reported? Uber hasn't reported yet, so we can't look at their Uber Eats stuff yet.
How is Grubhub still not profitable? I mean, they were profitable before, but they're not profitable anymore.
So that makes sense, right? Because before the previous quarter was a true stay at home, but now people are starting to go out from January to March. right? We opened up a bit. I mean, I went to more restaurants in that first quarter than I ever did last year.
How this company? I mean, you can see their revenue is up, but clearly their expenses are up with it because they're not making any money. So this one baffles my mind. I don't know. Logan Reed has a great question. Hey, Randy, Logan Reed wants to know if you guys ever sleep. I don't think you do. He can't talk to me right now. No, Logan, the news desk never sleeps. Fun fact about the news desk.
Check here. Now I'm curious if you want to do a quick check. Check Dash real quick, just to see what their revenue and earnings were.
Oh.
So. Okay, so Dash last quarter.
Yeah,
they haven't reported for quarter one.
They're profitable. Look at that. They're profitable.
Okay. So we'll see. They report in May, but you can see a sympathy of Dash going down based on Grub.
This was into the close though, so
no. After hours, I see it going down on my end at least.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's ticking down slowly. 160-129 is what I have last trade.
Okay, that Teladoc number was. The estimate was that they would lose 62 cents per share. They lost $1.31 per share. Sales $453 versus $451 million. Let's go look sequentially and just get a feel for it. So wait, what I just say? I said $453 million is what they made. So obviously we have good sequential and year-over-year growth, but on the earnings front, they lost. What did I say? $1.31 per share. So their losses. Wow, they're widening losses. What is going on over there? Their losses are only getting bigger.
Yeah.
So nobody who owns this stock is owning it for the next. I'm
not for the near term, especially if people going back.
Right. But still, though, that is interesting, especially with the growth stocks out of favor. That's not. You don't want to see losses widening when growth has already been out of favor. Now, could it go back into favor? Sure, but for the moment, it's out of favor. Okay, I think we got the big guns. I think they're all out.
Apple's not. I don't think.
Apple's at usually 415. Good point. Apple is historically at.
I'm like hawking Apple's chart. It's ticking up after hours with no numbers.
I've been corrected. 430. 430 is when Apple usually reports.
So
we have a few minutes for that, and we're not doing a cannabis show today, so we're just going to hang out basically until Apple.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I just want to stay on for Apple.
Of
another big thing. So let's go back to Facebook. Okay, off the highs. What time is the conference call? 5:00. What about
Facebook is at 5?
Yeah. What about eBay? When's that call? Call is at 6.
I love it. I love the quick notes right there. Just as soon as you pull up the chart.
Apple calls at 5. Can't listen.
I love it.
At the same time. You can see Apple though. You can see it going up.
Yeah, it's ticking up slightly, but it did tick down before the close, so now it's just kind of going back to up where it was before the market dumped the last minute or two.
Oh. D-Train LC. All right, I have not looked at Lending Club for quite some time. This one has been a dog.
Going up.
This one has been a dog. Go to a monthly and look at Lending Club. This has not been good. Now, that being said, it is up in the after hours. All right, guys, didn't get to it yet. Let's go to the PR itself. First quarter results. Okay, I certainly hope so that they're showing growth in loan volume. What else are we seeing? Okay, so
revenues are up. Net loss of $47 million.
Okay. Don't know what the estimate was. That's what the news is for. But it is up in the afternoon. No, seriously, this is why we have a news desk, so we don't have to do this ourselves.
Oh man, I love it. So it's like so far Qualcomm and Facebook are the two stocks that are up from the big guys, it seems. With Twitter and Snap getting a sympathy of Facebook. Yeah, Twitter's up, Snap is up. And then you've got Qualcomm, obviously, that's up today as well.
Oh, see, that's interesting. So Teladoc also had some guidance that I didn't see before. Looks like they've got some Q2 sales guidance that is in line. No, that's above the estimate. Fiscal year sales guidance in line with estimates. So they didn't blow it away. It's down. Don't know if you got a chance to catch the pre-market.
I was about to say, you talked to the guy earlier today, right?
Yeah, no, but I was referring to you and I were theorizing yesterday about why Microsoft went down on that report when Google went up. Dennis had a really good explanation for that because Dennis Dick he's making markets after hours. He is making markets in the after hours session, and he observed straight up like the reason Microsoft went down was literally a result of ETF arbitrage. People having to keep the ETFs like the QQQs or the SPY in the line to account for Google's huge rise. How do you do that? You just start selling Microsoft.
Was he the one that was on with Luke?
No.
Oh, I know somebody.
He's on every morning with Joel and I from 8 to 9. MGM just out. There's your Cheesecake Factory. They're out as well. So MGM, EPS beat. Oh, they lost less money than they were expected. Great. Sales.
That's good.
6 versus 1.59. Got to see what they say as far as guidance, though.
They lost less money because the average Joe like us lost a lot of money to them.
Cheesecake Factory, EPS up year over year. Okay, that's a little bit surprising. Sales up year over year. Gonna have a lot of funky ass comparisons, especially next quarter, next time around.
Yeah, next quarter's year over year is going to be insane for these retail and.
Yeah, Logan, I agree. BetMGM, I get served ads for BetMGM and Barstool. Those are the two. Those are the two gambling things that I get served ads for, and I guess DraftKings too, but mostly it's BetMGM and it's Barstool. I get those ads every freaking day on Twitter, on Reddit, everywhere.
Does Michigan have a sportsbook?
Yeah, we do now.
Is it the Penn one, the Barstool one, or am I making that up?
They're all in Michigan, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
What time Apple, Dion? 4:30 historic.
4:30, so we've got a little bit of while.
All right. Looks like LC also reads the guidance. That's good to know. This one's not. I'm honestly surprised to see it trading, and I didn't think it was super liquid after hours, but I guess I'm wrong about that.
Which one are you talking about?
Lending Club.
Oh yeah. So Lending Tree, someone from the chat said, is tomorrow. So Lending Club today, Lending Tree. So let's see how Tree's responding to that.
I don't think they trade together. Do they? I don't think they do.
No.
Tree's been around forever. Michigan has 12 sports books. Thank you very much, Chris Catchy. You are the man, as
Appreciate
always.
Ford Motors expects to lose about 1.1 million units of production this year due to the semiconductor shortage.
Jeez, it's Teledoc at the lows now and falling. Okay, let's dive into the Teledoc and go a little bit and see what we can find, since hasn't stopped going down yet. Where's the press release? Okay.
So because of the semiconductor shortage, Ford is going to lose about $1 million.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, they said Ford Motor now expects to lose about 1.1 million units of production this year to the semiconductor shortage. So not dollars, but units. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so you see losses widening. We saw that already in Teledoc. That's on a per share basis right there. EBITDA, obviously losses, that number is going in the wrong direction. This is their guidance. Total U.S. paid membership guidance, 52 to 53 million. I would have to assume that's below the estimates. And here are some full year guidance from Teledoc. This is going to be a call that I don't own this stock, but
I was going to ask you if you were interested in this. We talked about it yesterday. A couple of stocks, such as what was it? I forgot what stock it was that was slipping, and we said we'd buy it long term. I forgot, but anyway, Teledoc. Would you enter here?
No. I want no part of this. I want no part of this only because it's sort of favor.
Yeah. For anyone keeping track, Apple has hit high of day before earnings release.
All right, let's go to
it gained about $1.50 in the after hours before the numbers came out.
Oh man,
I wonder if somebody knows something, because it's not like Apple's thinly traded.
this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, Chilled Monkey, that semiconductor shortage definitely is real. And it's impacting a lot of different markets than you'd expect. Maybe that's why the PlayStation and Xboxers are out of stock all the time. I don't know.
Let's zoom out on this Apple chart. See, Apple just has to get above this roof. Has to break.
What did he call out? He called out 135.50.
Yep. That's what Joel said. That's just got to break through the roof there.
Joel,
well, I mean, let's go after hours here. All right, we've entered a lull in the afternoon here. The next deluge will be at 4:30, and that's going to be fun.
Any plays that you would make, seeing what you've already seen, in terms of whether buying it now, tomorrow morning, ahead, whatever? Because I've got one, but I want to get your thoughts.
I'm suspicious of Apple right here. I think we all know it's going to be a great report, but so it's not a question of that.
I assume the services number would be in focus for Apple. Would you disagree?
Well, here's what they're probably going to say. They're probably going to say it was a great quarter. We're getting kind of screwed on this chip shortage,
yes.
But we're working through it. Growth in China was amazing. Services growth was good, although I did read a report that their AirPod demand has fallen off the cliff. So we'll find out about that. That's such a small part of the company, though. Such a small part of services as a whole.
Yeah.
But we know the report will be good. I just I'm suspicious of this after hours run. So that's one thing. Second thing is, look, I'm long Ford, and I'm long Ford because of the EV play. It's not like an EV play yet, but it will be when they announce their electric F-150 and all that jazz. And I'm in it for that. So this will, I think I'm in it from $8.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, so this is a slow, stodgy thing and doesn't move at all.
It looks like Now is out, reporting earnings of 152, where the consensus was 134. That's Service Now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Downside.
That's a good point, Easy Mike, too. I want to hear what Apple says about their own chips. That's a good point. Right about that. What were you eyeing here?
I was on Service Now. It looks like they reported earnings of $1.52. The consensus was $1.34. Earnings Whisper had it at $1.42. But either way, it's ticking down after hours, even though they had a beat. Slight beat, I guess you can say. But in terms of sympathy play, I bought Facebook calls as a lotto because of Google, and obviously it's going well so far. We'll see how the call itself goes. But I think depending on how Facebook reacts, I might end up getting Twitter calls. Kind of like a
Twitter's Friday, right? No, Thursday.
Twitter's Thursday after. So Twitter and Amazon, I think, are the two biggest ones. You might have a couple of other ones. I don't have the graphic in front of me. But Amazon, and of course, you've got that whole rumor of, hey, is there going to be a lotto play? Or excuse me, not a lotto play. Is there going to be a split for Amazon? Oh, and then you've got the darling Neo in there as well.
Yeah.
So those are the going to be. But for me, I think it'll be Twitter since Facebook has done well. I might end up picking up a.
All right, Jeff Warren selling into the Facebook pop. Good trade.
I like it, Jeff. Jeff had a good trade yesterday. Oh, isn't Jeff the one you made fun of? He said he covered, and you said, "Hey, did you go long?" Was that Jeff?
Maybe. Could have been. Could have been Jeff. Don't remember.
Oh man, I love it. Who else we got? So tomorrow morning we have MasterCard. So Visa did well.
Yes, it did.
So MasterCard
Zoom out
should do well, and I say should with a big old asterisk.
All right, Jeff, maybe it wasn't you. Whatever. Go back to the Facebook chart. I'm going to have this up, I think, until 4:30 when Apple hits. And what I'll do for Apple is I'll go right to the press release, and you know what I'll do is I'll open the PR to my newsfeed here. We can look at the chart.
Oh, do me a favor. Take a look at ALGN while we wait.
Okay, ALGN wine, right?
Nice little pop there. I'm just looking at the chart. I don't know what the
All right,
company does.
EPS beat, sales beat, guidance, revenue guidance for the year above estimates. What else did they say? Multi-year agreement for Invisalign in the U.S. They're going to buy back stock. Look at that.
That's what'll do it.
$100 million buyback. The buybacks are up across the board, as you would expect, with all these companies that are just sitting on piles of cash that stopped it. They suspended their buybacks last year, and they got money from the Fed, printers, and they made it through the pandemic. Now they're all like, all right, let's go buy back our stock.
Just a chart update as we're 3 minutes away from the reports being out. Apple crossed 135 to the upside, inching a little bit closer to the 135.50 mark. But
all right, well, let me do this. Let me see
if there's any other.
Actually, I'm going to try to time it. So, because if I bring my PRs in now, screw it, I'll just do it. Okay. So now I have all my PRs coming into this newsfeed here and my filings, and we're going to wait. It's going to update a lot, but we're going to wait 2 minutes for Apple to come out at 4:30, and then we're gonna watch it happen. We're gonna watch it move in real time. Apple's moving up, yeah. Easy, Mike. It's moving up.
Yep. Moved up $1.50. With
URI just raised their guidance. Shocker. You're saying people are moving and needing to rent stuff? Yeah. Color me shocked on that one.
Nothing on. I'm just looking around to see if there are any sympathy plays on that. I don't see that. T-Doc we already talked about. Oh, you know what? Let's take a look at Smile Direct Club now that Invisalign went ahead and reported. I'll take a look and I'll let you know. Oh, you already got it up. Okay.
Interesting move. Okay.
Yeah, so that was in sympathy till
1 minute.
Invisalign.
1 minute till Apple here.
While we wait, I know HOFV. There's that VW of me mixing up there coming out live. HOFV was someone that you guys had on a while back with the NFL draft tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see how that stock does tomorrow, Friday, because they have a relationship with the NFL and the NFTs and whatnot.
Maybe
it's taking up slightly after hours.
Maybe. Money Mitch, you want to hop in here?
All right, baby. We got 30 seconds.
Well, since I got 30 seconds, I'll be really quickly. Definitely, I would pay attention to that. Also, maybe Genie, some sports data, maybe moving with some of that draft. Maybe they need some data behind the draft. I'm sure it's needed. So one thing I'd mention, guys, I'm going to be talking about some NFTs. I've already made an over 1,000% gain on NFTs. So I'm going to be talking about that on Money Mitch. But, of course, even better, guys, MNND, MindMed. I'm going to be talking a little bit of some MindMed. If you guys want to find out how legal acid and mushrooms can go ahead and help the biomedical
Apple's out.
Here we go.
Technology. Oh, hold up.
Apple 137 high.
Oh shit! Like it all came in so fast. I can't even. I got to search.
Did you guys see that?
I did. So it crossed that one. So while you look it up, cut me off.
Here we go.
138.
Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Revenue up 54%. Okay. Services and Mac revenue new all-time high. There it is. Let's keep going. Scroll down. What is the format here? Holy shit. So, oh my god. Okay. Find the numbers. Dividend that's not new. No, they're raising their dividend. Okay, we got a divvy raise. We got a $90 billion.
$90 billion.
They've added. Wait, is that? Yeah, they're adding.
Yeah, it says an increase.
They're added to their buybacks. $90 billion. They've had the buyback program for years now, so nothing new there. Just adding more to it. You can see the stock up there on the 12
back, man.
So Jesus Louise, where are my numbers here? There. I skipped right over it. Right, revenue just shy $90 billion.
Insane.
Earnings per share $1.40. International sales 2/3 of the company's revenue. Jeez Louise on Apple. All right.
And of course, with Apple going up, if you look at the QQQs and the SPY definitely had a nice little lift off there thanks to Apple.
I bet it did. All right, I'm going to get this out and go to that's my new feed here. Thank you, News Desk. Q2.
I got it if you want it.
iPhone. Wait, what is this? What is that? Oh my God, their iPhone revenue almost doubled year over year. Jeez Louise. Okay.
That's might be a clubhouse thing.
We already got the dividend raise. We already got the buyback program. Let's find out more about service.
Apple's all-time high. What is that?
We're not there.
Yeah, well, it's 139.50, so we're like.
Really? Oh,
I believe it is. Yeah, let me double check.
all right, Mac sales.
I lied.
Everything almost doubled year over year. Mac sales 9.1 bill versus 5.3 bill a year ago. These are all going to be above estimates, I would imagine. Yeah.
This is good. I like this. Assuming the calls go well and everything, this is a good good earnings report for the markets tomorrow, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, but here we come now. That was I'm watching this candle like a hawk. That run up into the report was kind of silly. Let's see what happens here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Apple give this all back, but let's see.
Give it all back? I don't know if they'd give it all back, especially with the repurchasing and the dividend increase isn't that big of a deal, I guess. Maybe that's because I don't own like $1 million worth of shares. But
would you also have a guidance? Looks like a slight guidance raise.
iPad sales are. I don't know if you already talked about that, but iPad sales are up.
Yeah,
7.8 billion versus 4.36 year over year.
What's up, Luke Jacoby? He's talking to me when I'm on the stream. What's up, man? Okay. Luke's talking to me about things that aren't important.
Sorry, he probably wants to know your Wingstop order.
Yeah, he probably does. Actually, we haven't had Wingstop all week, which is a major victory. Okay, back to the Apple. So just to recap that action there. Revenue, beat. Earnings, beat. iPhone revenue, beat. Mac revenue, beat. iPad, they beat across all their segments. Wearables, beat by, looks like the slimmest of margins compared to the other segments there. Wearables only beat by looks like $300 million, with only $300 million, excuse me. Services revenue beat as well. Biggest growth driver for them. Oh my God, if you look year over year, actually iPad, which increased 79% on a year over year basis. China revenue up 87% year over year. Huge beat. This company just prints money.
It's insane. Let's see what the market cap of them is now.
Hey, Josh B, what's up?
2.32 billion now. Chill monkey. Gotta get better internet, man.
Yeah, maybe get off. I don't know. Gotta get that Google Fiber, Chef Monkey. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey. That's only if your place allows it and they have service there, okay?
Yeah.
Because I tried to get it and I'm stuck with Comcast, which, by the way, reports earnings tomorrow morning.
I got sold. I bought a new iPhone in November on Black Friday. I got sold a 5G phone, but I don't have 5G in my area. But they didn't tell me that, and I guess it's my fault for not knowing.
Yeah, but that's all right.
I know. All right. Okay, so we are just about at 140 here, 139 and change.
Oh, Apple might break those highs. Is that what they had? After our highs, not all time.
Yeah, maybe.
telling you, I don't think it gives up the gains, man.
All right, wait. Let's get off this chart. Let's go to let's go back to Facebook. Okay, let's go through big tech here. So Facebook's still up. Google, we knew last night. Google's up. Amazon, we knew, at big tech. They like the big tech. I bet you Tesla's up too. No, I'm wrong. It is down.
Yeah. Twitter's up as well on the sympathy of it.
Let's run through the quick list of Apple suppliers, everyone. Who do we got?
Is it Taiwan Semi? Are they still one of them?
Momentum. No trades. Oh God, I can't even remember anymore. It's been so long since I've looked at. I think it's Qualcomm a supplier. No, they're not anymore. But they had earnings out anyway.
What about TSM? I don't know if they are, but I know it's one of the.
I don't even remember anymore. They're up in sympathy.
Yeah. Oh, Apple going for 140. Can it get there?
Yeah, at this rate, it'll get there.
Session high is 139.50.
Man,
it's insane. I worked for Apple retail a while back, and I remember they did a stock split, and that was at like $77, and that's before they did their stock split, like what, last year or whatever it was.
Yeah, they split.
This stock has just.
Yeah, I think they split in like 2014.
That's when I worked for them. Yeah. I think they did. It went from like $500 and something to like 77 is what it was after split or something like that.
So, all right. So Apple's at 140. You could have bought this thing for 116 6 weeks ago.
That's insane. All right. As we wait for other stuff to come out, is Amazon going to split tomorrow? Yay or nay? I want to know what the chat thinks as well, obviously, but Spencer, I want to hear from you. Chat, if you think Amazon splits, hit one. If you don't think they do. But what's up?
Before we get to that, WSJ is a scoop that Verizon, is exploring a sell of AOL and Yahoo. Poor Yahoo. Yahoo has been shopped around and bought and sold so many times in the last couple of years. Poor Yahoo. So
Yahoo's like a doorknob. Everybody gets turned.
I bet you the street likes that headline on Verizon. Yes, they do.
Yeah, it ticked up and then it went right back down. I saw that.
Okay, so is Amazon going to split? That's your question?
That's my question. Look at the chat's about a 60-40. What does Spencer Israel think? Do they split tomorrow?
No, I don't think
no.
No.
All right.
Although Bezos is
Yahoo did, yeah. And then Yahoo also had an opportunity to sell in the billions to some other company as well, and they said no.
The one thing that you maybe the one reason you would think maybe they would split is because Bezos isn't the CEO anymore. And I mean Bezos, Amazon,
I was thinking to get involved in the Dow. That's what my thinking was.
Who cares about that?
I mean, if you're a shareholder, you want it to go up and up and up, and what better way than be part of the Dow?
When was Amazon's last split? Amazon's last split was in 2000?
I have no idea.
I think it was in 2000.
Even if they were to split, I wonder what they would even split it. Like,
no, it was in 1999. It was in 1999.
Would they do like a 10 for 1?
No, what happened was they did 3 splits in the span of a year and a half. They did a 2 for 1, a 3 for 1, and a 2 for 1.
Oh man.
So, what are the pros and cons if they do? Well, there really is. The only pro is that the stock becomes more quote unquote affordable, right? It becomes lower price, which means people with smaller accounts can afford to buy it. And because it's such a high price stock, it can't be included in the Dow because the Dow Jones is a price weighted index, and Amazon at $3,000 would just screw up the entire thing because it's such a high price stock. So if they split it, theoretically, it could be added to the Dow, and theoretically, every fund, every index that tracks the Dow would have to go and buy Amazon. We see this every year with rebalancing around the SPY and the Russell. Does not mean Amazon has to go up, but there really is no tangible benefit other than it makes stock more affordable, and theoretically it could make
it doesn't change anything fundamentally about the company.
It changes nothing. Like the thing we saw last year with Tesla, and they ran into the split, made no sense. Even with Apple too, doesn't add any benefit. There is no benefit. There is no detriment. It doesn't do anything. Warren Buffett hates splits for this reason. Thank you, Chris Kaji. You just posted the link
Yep.
to the article he wrote in Slack or in the comment.
Yeah, and whoever asked that question about why does it matter if they get into the Dow or whatever,
Yeah,
I believe the reason the Tesla split was also to help their case for the involvement in SPY. Am I wrong?
Yeah. You're not wrong, and Josh is true. It helps the options as well.
Yeah,
makes the options more affordable. So that's part of it.
So on options, real quick, they report tomorrow, Thursday after close, which means Friday, where options are much cheaper, it's going to be a phenomenal opportunity to trade if Amazon actually does split, because everyone's going to be all over those, and that's going to be a money making opportunity for sure.
Yeah, that would be. Andrew Garver, what if Amazon? What if they spin off AWS? Well, they wouldn't, because that's their highest growing business, so they wouldn't spin that off. Yeah, you're right, Dion. Warren hates splits, so that's why he introduced a different share class. But
he also can afford those stocks. We can't. We need a split.
Splits do nothing for the company. They just make it more affordable. They don't make it cheaper. It's a technicality, right? Cheap.
Yeah.
you say a stock is cheap or expensive, you're referring to their PE multiple or their price to sales multiple or their EBITDA. It does make it more affordable, though.
I like how the Apple chart is just bouncing real quick, jolting down and coming right back up.
No, these aren't real trades.
No, I know. It's just funny to see it, though.
These ticks you're seeing on that Apple chart up in Pro, those are like trades from the close that haven't hit the tape yet. That's what you're seeing. So Apple didn't actually just do that just now. So clear.
I knew they didn't actually do it, but I did not know that that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Okay.
What else we got? That's really about it. Is there anything else that we're waiting on?
Let me go back to our list here and see.
Looks like Ford spiking up a little bit, crawling back up, not a spike up. Qualcomm, Ford, Cheesecake. We already talked about all those. Let's see what Grub's doing after they took a little. Looks like eBay. I used to sell stuff on eBay way back in the day to get through college.
Nice. All right. One last run through. So Apple up, but off the highs on a huge beat. Facebook up, but off the highs on a huge beat. Qualcomm up, kind of at the highs on a big beat. eBay down. Oh, actually, I didn't retain the eBay information. So what did that do? Slight EPS beat, slight sales beat. Q2 EPS guidance below estimates. Q2 sales guidance in line. How's PayPal doing? Because they can trade together even though they're not paid anymore. PayPal is down in sympathy with the eBay, so that's notable. What else do we have? We had Ford, you just mentioned, down after hours. All these companies are going to
creeping up just a little bit. If you're not Qualcomm, Apple, or Facebook, looks like you're down.
Yep. All right, that's going to be a wrap here. I think that was fun. The fireworks are over for now. Guys, if you liked this kind of a show, hit that like button on YouTube. Earnings season is like game day. We only get 4 of them a year, and we're in the midst of one right now. So it's my favorite time of the calendar because it's when we see, hey, what the hell is actually going on with these companies?
Yeah.
And okay, smash the like. How many likes are we at right now?
I will say this as we wrap up. If you've never sat in on like an investor's call or like an earnings call, definitely recommend you doing so, especially for Apple, Facebook, and if you're invested in these companies, listen in. It's okay if it goes above your head. Just try to gather some knowledge. It's really good.
All right, I want 200 likes before we're done. If you want to check out a free trial of Benzinga Pro, you can hear Charlie squawk in your ear. Go to pro.benzinga.com. If you want more than that, you want a discount, the code is up on the screen. YouTube20 will get you 20% off any subscription, monthly, annual, whatever.
If you're someone that's in the chat saying, "Whoa, what did SPY just do?" or "Whoa, what happened to DraftKings?" Charlie already told you 2 minutes ago, and you could have made some good money on it. So check it out for 14 days.
That's it.
It's really worth it. It really is worth it.
We got Ryan Rosebiani on at 5 o'clock. We got Money Mitch on at 6. And we got After Market Therapy with Stock Mom, which we all need a little bit of sometimes. We'll be on at 7. I am going to hop. Zunaid's going to hop. Everyone have a good rest of your afternoon. Smash the like. We got Ryan Roz. I see producer AB laughing in the background. Producer AB, you're cool if we hop? We're hopping off.
Yeah, I had some grievance. Well, I'm upset right now because
with me?
No, not at all.
I think he was in Ford. He had lotto calls on Ford.
No, okay, so I can't really be that upset because I still made money, but I bought Facebook calls. Like, I know.
Oh, look at me! I made money on my calls.
I bought Facebook calls and I sold them today for like a 10% profit before the big earnings.
What strike did you have?
I had 310. Here, I'll show. Wait, hold on. Let me share my.
So right before the close, I bought 330s for like $1.20, and then for next week, I bought 330s just because Google did really well. So again, let's just try it.
That was a good.
Wait, what is this here? What are we looking at?
This is his Robinhood account.
Shh, you're not supposed to say the name. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was about to get me in trouble.
I'm not Robinhood. I don't. All right.
So you get these messages, like they text you and you confirm a thing. So look, I had bought in this for 665, sold it like the day later for like $115 gain because I was like, I was like a free $115. Like,
yeah.
You know, whatever. And I got kind of spooked with how Microsoft reported like good earnings, but because of their cloud guidance, whatever, it went down a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was worried that Facebook was going to their guidance was going to get changed with all that the Apple advertising thing is going to be different. Did you guys see that?
Yes. That's
we did.
Great question. Great point. I guarantee you that gets brought up on the conference call, and we'll see what they say.
Oh, so that might have not even happened yet. So if that was something that spooked me with Facebook, but I saw that move after, and I was like, God, those 310. I mean, I don't even know honestly how the options chain works, but I'd imagine this would be worth like $1,500 tomorrow if Facebook stays
310,
up.
310 closed at about $6, right? So if Facebook opens up around 325, that's definitely going to be up at least $15, if not more. Because you still have all of Thursday and all of Friday left to trade, and you got the IV in it.
I would just say I am long-term bearish Facebook for the very reason that Aaron just said. They have one business model, and it's under attack right now. Under attack by regulators, under attack by companies like Apple. And for that reason, I am long-term bearish Facebook.
But Facebook's got their own little Tinder thing happening, man.
Well, they do. The bull case for Facebook is actually that if you took the valuation of Oculus, if you like separated them as companies, right now Oculus is alone like share price could be like as high as Facebook. Some people are arguing.
Wait, does Oculus have revenue?
I honestly don't know. What I do know is that Facebook recently started. Facebook VR is the bull case. Oculus. Yeah, so Oculus. So they recently put like 25% of their employees are now in the Oculus VR department.
All right, whatever.
So that's what the bull like fundamental case is that that the Oculus company is going to be driving a lot of revenue, and Facebook themselves is trying to market themselves as like now they're calling themselves the Facebook company.
Yeah, I know.
And they have like Instagram, Oculus.
I know they're more than just Facebook. I know. That's what they tell me. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop. I have a quick call and smash the like. We got Ryan Rosbiani in 10 minutes, right, Aaron?
Yep, 10 minutes. Hang around for some after hours. We'll be doing more breaking down earnings with Ryan.
All right, cool. See you guys.
Pleasure.
Thanks
see you, chat.